Hello everyone, welcome back. We're going to continue working on our double feature game, the first part being Lulu's costume, and welcome to week 2 core. For starters, we're going to work on creating our background. So to start off, we're going to click on our stage. We're going to click on backdrops, and then we're going to start by creating a background. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my rectangle tool. I'm going to remove my outline, and then I'm going to pick on my fill color. There are also some gradient options, which will be really nice to use. So it's really good to think of what kind of background you want to give your player for what kind of costume decoration you might have. So for example, maybe if most of your clothes look like a witch's, or maybe they look like they're going to space or a sports car, then you'll want to design a background that kind of reflects that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a gradient. I'm going to keep this purple color and maybe make the top a little bit darker. Once I'm done, I'm going to make a big box over my entire screen. And then once I'm done, the next thing I want to go ahead and do is, and I have options for this, I can either use the brush tool and draw certain pieces of what I want to show, or I can use my shape tools and start reshaping it to make it look like stuff. So an example of this, maybe I want to make a tree, so I'm going to use my rectangle tool. I'm going to pick a brown color. That's good. And then I'm just going to go ahead and make a rectangle. Okay. Once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and make a gradient. Okay. And then I'm going to use my reshape tool. And then I'm just going to start clicking, adding different anchor points, and then stretching certain parts out to make it start looking like if it was a tree branch. And since this is supposed to look a little bit old, I'm going to go ahead and change the way it looks as well. So doing something like this maybe. And I can keep adding more and more different pieces of it. Okay. And here I'm building my tree. Not going to take too much time, but once I'm happy with it, I can go ahead and start building the next thing. So maybe I want to add maybe some bushes, maybe a moon. So use my circle tool, use a nice yellow, that's a little bit lighter, and then make my moon. It's always good to use your front and back layers to move stuff around. So maybe I want to move this back behind the tree. And you just keep building little pieces of it. It's always good to use separate pieces. That way you can always come back and fix any piece that you might want to use later on. You can also, because they're separate, you can copy and paste it and add other ones. That way you don't have to do a lot of work. Once you're done creating your backdrop, a cool effect that you can do if you want is you can use your rectangle tool. We're going to start by making it a solid color, and I'm going to make this black. Then I'm going to make a box over my entire screen. Once I'm done, I'm going to use my select tool and click on that black box. And then I'm going to use this circular gradient. I'm going to flip it around so that the black is on the outside and the white is on the inside. I'm going to click on the white color and I'm going to make that invisible. So it kind of looks like it's kind of showing like an old movie, a little bit darker, hard to see. And it just adds a little bit more of a creepy effect to it as well if you guys want to do that. But once you're done, the next thing we're going to do is code.